First of all, I would like to thank the Chamber of Commerce for Commerce and Industry for organizing this seminar and just ahead of the state visit, and for inviting me to say a few words. While Slovenia and Norway enjoy excellent relations, both politically and economically, there is still a lot of potential for strengthening the ties between our two countries, especially in the field of trade and business. We should not hide the fact that the trade today is very little between our two countries. But I see here on the pictures that it has increased since 2007. Both export and import has increased on our side, and that's good after the financial crisis in 2008. Trade has in fact, like I said, increased the last couple of years. And I think also an important milestone for us was when Slovenia joined the EU in 2004, because Norway, not being a member of EU, but a member of what we call the EAA, which is the European Economic Agreement. So the European Economic Agreement joined the three other countries, except for the 27 that's in the EU, namely Norway, Iceland and Liechtenstein. And that means there is a free trade between our countries, so we are partners in this European market. And because we are partner of this, we share also common values and responsibility for Europe's future. This shared responsibility is underlined by the financial support from Norway, Iceland and Liechtenstein to contribute to the enlargement of the EU and the EIA grant. This grant has been established to promote solidarity and to create opportunity for cooperation and interaction between the member states and the people of Europe. And during the state visit, we will sign a new memorandum of understanding for grants for Slovenia. And I just have received this book describing all our projects in Slovenia in the last 5 years, and I'm going to leave this book if anybody would like to look at it, because it's a fantastic small project around in Slovenia. A lot within the cultural heritage and a lot with the civil society, university and so on. So it has been very exciting for me as an ambassador to go travel around Slovenia and open up these projects. I've been over towards the Italian border, where 46 households got new drinking water because of Norwegian money. I have been open the mini theater in Ljubljana, the Kako theater, the House of Fruit, that is an intergenerational house, lots of cultural houses, churches and so on. So I think Slovenia have done excellent on the money they have gotten from Norway, Iceland and Liechtenstein. Probably best in class in Europe, I think. But during the state visit, start on Monday, we will sign a new agreement, and Slovenia will now be increased by over 40%, so close to 27 million euro will be given to Slovenia the next 5 years. And importantly is that this also means something for business, because it's contract work, it's supply services underneath these grants. And I can't say too much about the memorandum of understanding that will be signed on Monday, but it will focus still on cultural heritage, probably also on green tourism, tourism, and also on energy efficiency, health, public health. There will still be a lot of money for civil society and also for scholarship and universities. And in this grant package and in the agreement, there is the request for Norwegian partnership. So we'll hope also this will also increase this partnership with Norway. Yes. And what we would like to say, what I have discovered, because I do, of course, do not understand any Slovenian. It's for me totally Greek, I have to admit. But in spite of the language, after my 3 years in Slovenia, I find the Slovenian people extremely like-minded to the Norwegian. So on last week, on Thursday, I was briefing the king about the visit to Slovenia, and I said, I feel that Slovenian are the Scandinavian in this area. And then the professor expert actually on Balkan, was sitting next to me, and he was thinking about them. He said, well, I actually think they are more like the Norwegian in this area. And it's probably correct, because what is characteristic, I feel, from you, which I feel is also for the Norwegian, is this similar hard-working mentality, you know, and no nonsense, you work hard to earn your living. And you also have this love for your nature. And I've never seen any other country walking trips like we do. We go out on Sundays in our hills and in our mountain, old one, young one, kids, so on. And you do the same. And it's the only other country I've seen doing this nature exploring like we do. And of course, then we have also the winter sport. Of course, the Norwegian thing, I have to admit, maybe together with the Swedes, since we have a Swedish man here now, did invent the skis 4,000 years ago. At least we find ski studies over 4,000 years ago, and we also find Stone Age drawing that is with skis. So we know it has a long history in the Nordic countries. And we did start ski jumping around 1840, but you invented the ski flying. So the Norwegians start coming down to Planica in 1920, 1930, Birger Ruud and all his colleagues, to jump the big hills, because you were the one first to make the really, really big hills. And I know you all know now that we have, with help with Slovene technology or expert, have even made a little bit bigger hill. But at least I have to say that Johan Reven Evensen, when he was jumping, and we had a big nice picture of him coming down in that jump, it clearly said under his skis, Elan. So yeah, you have it there. So at least there is a cooperation here, and I know for sure that you probably will take back the record in a couple of years, and then we can keep exchanging this and develop it further. And another thing I'm burning for is to let the girls jump in Planica. The girls already have jumped in Vigersund, so we need to cooperate on girls ski jumping. And for the first time, they will have a World Cup next year, and they will be let into the Olympic in Russia. So let's work also together to promote girls jumping. So there is a lot of common interest and understanding between Norwegian and Slovene, even though in the area there are some distance and also in language. But I think, being the sort of similar type of people, I think business should be easier developed. So we need to open the minds for Norwegian business, that it's possible to do business in Slovenia, and the same for Slovene to do business in Norway. And like you probably mentioned in your speech that I couldn't catch because I didn't understand the language, but I saw the shoes you were lifting up. You sell to us, and of course you sell more to us than we sell to you. You sell Gorenia, the machine or household kitchen equipment. You sell the sports equipment, Alpina, and Elan skis. We buy Elan sailboats too, and we buy Adria camping van. And of course we buy from Kako the pharmaceutical products. And another thing, it says on my list furniture, but it's actually Norwegian furniture that we produce in Slovenia. Because I keep telling the Slovene that the trip-trap chair is a Norwegian chair. It's designed by Norwegian and was produced in Norway, but it's too expensive because our workers cost a lot of money, so it's not produced in Slovenia and in Romania. And in Slovenia you have produced over 1 million of these chairs for us. And what we sell to you is this metal, and it's called ore, malm we call it. And we sell weapon to you. We're a peace-loving country as Norway are, we still sell weapon, and that's why one of the 5 business group on Tuesday will be on defense material. We also sell different kind of machinery. What we would like to sell more to you is fish. You need to eat more fish. You eat very little fish in this country, below the average in Europe. And we need to tell you fish is very healthy, especially the one caught in the very cold sea. So we'd love to send more fish down to you, and you should see it as a potential market to sell it on to Croatia. Because in Croatia we have maybe 100,000 Norwegian visiting. I don't know what the number is, going to Croatia from Norway. Big number. They would love to eat their own fish. So, you know, it's a good business in taking, import the fish to Slovenia, sell it on to Croatia. Yes, so I think now, right now we are in crossroad, or we have potentials. Over 60 people have signed up to come from Norway for the business day on Tuesday. And hope this will lead to some more business activity. I would like also to mention that, of course, as you know from the newspaper, we have our biggest investment here. Nordkring has had troubles, and we try to clear up in that during the visit, and we hope it will clear up, because it will send some bad effects back to Norway if this biggest investment is not in sound good business environment. But I hope that my understanding is that the government understands that, so hopefully this will be cleared. So this is, so I wish, first of all, I'd like to say thank you for hosting this event today, and I really hope that we'll see trade go steep up on both sides. So thank you. And then I'll